Okay, so I switched spots because I'm going to show you my flat lay here on top of my coffee table. Like I said, I like to have tech in my photos, so I love having like my vintagey looking Olympus camera in mine, things like that. I also bought white poster board, just this, that's all it is, from Target, that I will put down as a white background. So let's get to it. So with this table as it is, I've got, let's say I wanted my phone in the camera, in the picture. Not that camera. And I want this camera, because I can take it with my other camera. That's the nice thing about having a couple different ones. And I want my Suffolks, because they're a prettier point shoe to take a picture of than gainers. No offense, gainers. And I want this old block planner and a pen. And then we're gonna just compose it. Whoops, get my notebook out of there, because that's in the way. Oh, and I want to put this in there too, you know, because Cincinnati's Sleeping Beauty is coming up, and I just think that's worth it. Now we have a little bit of shadow here, so I'm gonna move my light, because you can move it around to where you need it. And I'm gonna move this camera because everything's in the way. And we're gonna compose the shot. The nice thing is I can take a picture with this while I'm filming, so I can just show you what I took a picture of. Okay, I was wrong. I thought I could, and that didn't work. So, I'm going to use my other iPhone right now. My old one that, okay. When I use an iPhone though, it is kind of nice to put it on square mode for the flat lay, because it kind of composes it better. I can't see what I'm doing. It does have little crosshairs, so you can line them up, and now my camera's going to be in the middle of this photo. So this is really hard to do with the camera and my phone, but we're going to try it. So then we got that. And then here's our photo. Oop, hang on. So that's our finished photo. You can't tell because the screen is dirty and it's very dark. It's very yellowed though right now, so I would go in, actually I don't hate that though with that wood, but that's where having a whiteboard would come in handy. So let's set that up. Okay, so same setup. I put my other phone in here. Let me get my strap out of the way. And then I just did the same thing on a whiteboard, literally white poster board sitting on top of my coffee table. I'm going to use my Olympus and show you that you can get good pictures. This is the kit lens that comes with it. So you can get good pictures with it, especially if it's a flat lay. It does not have to be the most fancy camera. So there is my composed shot. And, oh, right, button's in a different spot on this one. And there's, hang on, I hit the wrong button, sorry. And there is the finished one. It's a little off center, so I'd redo it, but that's because I was looking through this camera, so if I was going to do it without looking, sorry. I would do it that way. The other nice thing about this camera is it has this handy screen that doesn't quite work for vlogging, so it comes down and you can do like selfie mode or whatever, but it's in the way if you have like a tripod or anything on, so that's annoying. They need to fix that, because I don't have a tripod that goes there, like on top of my camera or anything. But I can tilt the screen up like this. Get my strap out of the way because that's annoying. And then I can take a flat lay like this, and it's just much easier to see, and I don't have to bend over it. Now normally I would probably use the touch screen shutter, but this, so if I wanted to take just a sideways picture, it doesn't have to be a flat lay, but I would use the shutter, touch shutter, because it's going to get a clearer picture if I just touch what I want to focus on. Oops. So it's a very clear photo. That's not a photo I would really like. Maybe if I did something more close up like this. where it's kind of focused on my lens, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so those are good. If you're gonna take a picture that's not a flat lay, like you want to kind of get all up in it like that, like really close, and kind of do just parts of things to get a cool picture. Because if you take one from like back here, like that's not a well composed shot. You got the couch in the way. There's just too much going on. But that was all done just on this kit lens, so it's a good lens. Oh shoot, I never did the rest of the questions. I did one, literally one. Sorry guys, I'm not used to doing these videos like this. Give me a sec. Other question, finding the right way for light to hit the subject maybe. So that's a good one. I'm still working on that. Like right now I still get shadow sometimes, so like if I were to scoot right under this, it's too much shadow. That helps having those umbrellas over these lights. I've tried doing it without those and it's too much and it's shadowy. I find that when I'm filming videos though, if I put them both right on me, it kind of gets rid of any shadows, which is awesome. Good apps for an iPhone. Is it possible to take good pictures in low light on an iPhone? It is, like I showed you, but you're gonna be, wow, I cut off now. You're going to be better off using some sort of light, because low light pictures are not gonna be fantastic on an iPhone. They're just not. They're gonna be grainy if you do get them. So you don't want that. Other questions. So good iPhone apps. Sorry, that's where I was going with that. Good iPhone apps. Lightroom, I'm starting to love. Like I said, the iPhone app for Lightroom is free. The only part you pay for is if you do the stuff on the computer or if you want to do raw photos and a couple of the other fancy editing things. But I think you can do just fine with the free version. What else? VSCO, a lot of people use that VSCO. I don't love how my pictures turn out from that, so I don't really use it, but a lot of people do. I also have UCam Perfect, which just allows you to fix things like if you have blemishes on your skin, things like that. What else do I have? One of my friends likes an app called Airbrush. I haven't used it much, but it does a lot of the same things, I think, where you can fix like skin things. There's a cool one called Mirror Effect where you can make mirror images, like make it look like you have a mirror under yours. That one's kind of cool. Pic Collage, Pic Stitch, those are good collage ones besides Instagram's layout app. Color Splash lets you put just partial color in your photos, which can be cool. What else? Unum is not an editing app, it's UNUM, that one. Lets you plan out your Instagram feed so you can look at how it's going to look and place photos in there, and it'll remind you when to post and things like that. InstaSize still is a good one because sometimes you still get photos, like if the full frame iPhone, it's still not going to all the way fit. Same with videos. Snapseed is good. That's a really good editing one. I know a lot of people use that. I just really got used to using Lightroom, so that's what I use now. Retouch, that is a good one. So it looks like that. This little green and black one at the bottom there. So Retouch lets you take things out of the photo. Like one time I was taking pictures of my roommate for like headshots at an abandoned warehouse place, and there was a little bit of trash in the corner in a picture. I literally just used Retouch and I edited out the trash and it looks normal. And then it let me save it as the original, so I didn't have to go save that photo, then go back and find the original one on my phone and delete it, which is really helpful. So that's good. Yeah. PicTapGo, I think, is one a lot of other people use as well. Best app to edit photos with, that kind of fits. Do you like Instagram themes, example colored Instagram pages, etc.? I do like them. I followed, just this past week, I followed a ton of beauty ones on my main page just because I like the aesthetic of them and they kind of inspire me to try a little harder because I really don't. And then my Disney one is very themed, and I also follow a lot of themed ones on there because with ballet it's harder to do a themed one because you've got pictures of all different, you'd think it would all be light and bright, but it's not always. So I'll give you an example. This is what my Disney one looks like now that I have added a lot of like theming to it. So it's a very muted brown kind of theme. So I like it. Anyway, I think that's it for the questions. I'm trying to think of what else. Other handy things, these cameras and the Canon one that I have, you can also use as a remote shutter on your phone. So if you hook them up with the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, everything that comes on those cameras to your phone, one, you can take pictures and stuff straight off your phone, but also you can use it as a remote shutter. So sometimes I'll just set the camera up, then I'll stand with my phone, press the timer on my phone and hide the phone or throw it down real quick while I do whatever I'm doing. And that's a good way to use this, but also have a timer. This does have a timer on it, which you can use. You can set a custom timer. That's what I used to use all the time before I decided to use this. So one other thing I forgot to mention, that obviously this whole video is more about using low lighting, but the best lighting you can use is natural lighting. Like, all you have to do is set up right next to a window. That's it. You don't even have to try very hard. And if you do that, you can also put this like white poster board behind you to kind of reflect and give you more brightness. So anything next to a window is gonna be your best lighting. That's all I can think of at the moment for this, and I know I'm no expert on this whatsoever. I've just been kind of fumbling around with it, and I know there's tons of these videos out there. I've watched so many and learned so many things, but sometimes you learn more from one person than another, or you learn more tricks from one person that another person doesn't know or doesn't mention. So I think they're always worth doing. So if you liked the video, please like it, subscribe. I'm trying to get more into doing this more frequently. It's just been a struggle lately. And I'm sorry I've stayed behind this weird lighting here as my background, but I didn't really feel like moving. So anyway, I hope you'll have a great week, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye. I just thought of something really important after I put everything away. So this is why my lighting is what it is now. If I were to do this, it's better lighting because the lighting is behind me. That's another thing. If you're gonna shoot outside during the day, don't shoot in direct sunlight, or you're gonna get this kind of looking stuff, because you'd rather it be a cloudy day or like golden hour or sunrise, that kind of thing. But what I wanted to show you, and not every camera does this, is that my flash can do cool things. So okay, that's a good example. Okay, let's do no flash. Okay, no flash. It's actually fairly bright. Regular flash, and then tilting the flash so you get less of the crazy washed out look, and yeah, my battery's about to die. That's all I wanted to show you.